Okay, so let's go ahead and leave this stuff behind and let's start doing actual boxes, okay, with the sizes that we want to make. What I'd like to do is to make a size to an actual height. And I'm going to be using feet and inches. So if any of you have not changed your units yet to inches, you really need to do so. Otherwise, the sizes of your boxes are going to be wacky. They're just not going to work. Okay?
Distance and display is also in feet and inches?
Yes, the moment you change your units to feet and inches, your analyzed distance is going to give you those distances in feet and inches. Okay. So to draw my box, I can use this icon or I can use solid, right? Solid box. I'm going to go solid box, corner to corner height. This is just another way of me doing it instead of clicking on this guy, right? Box, corner to corner height. Right now it's under the default layer. I'm drawing under the default layer. That's okay. It's asking me where do you want your first corner to be of the box. I think anywhere here is fine for now. And then it tells me where do you want your other corner to be. The moment it asks you where your other corner is going to be, then you have to enter an actual number for your x and y, because you're asked, here's your x dimension and here's your y dimension for the box, right? And we're going to enter the symbol at 24 feet, comma, 24 feet. Okay? And you can watch it as I do it on the computer now instead of the whiteboard. So I'm going to enter at 24 feet. Why am I entering feet? Because remember my unit said inches. If I entered only 24, it's going to think it's 24 inches. But I want to make it a building, a real like size building. That's why I'm going to say 24 feet. So I entered the apostrophe sign. Comma, so it understands that now I'm moving to my y axis. 24 feet. Press enter. Okay, there it is. It gave me a square, right? 24 by 24. When I'm doing a box, all that's left now is the z-axis, is how high do you want it? I only have 3 dimensions, right? X, y, and z. So please enter here, let's enter 60 feet, let's say. There you go. That's a 24 by 24 by 60 feet, isn't it? Okay. Now I think what I want to do is okay, so I think now we're just going to make the actual box that we need per the handout that I gave you. So I'm going to move all of these guys. No way, actually I'm just going to delete them. Okay? I'm going to delete mine. That's okay because all of this was practice. So I'm going to delete. Hold on a second. What was your question? Yes, you can turn off the lights on the layers, but we're going to try to be in a habit of keeping our workspace clean, okay? Because if you just turn off the light bulb for that layer, or you just hide that layer, I'll teach you how to do that in a second, it's still there. It's really still there, and you might forget about it, and then all of a sudden you have stuff on top of stuff. And you're not seeing that first thing that you turned off. Okay? So I think it's important to get rid of the stuff you don't need, or just you can move them way out there somewhere and then turn those layers off, or you can totally do that. So, okay, I just Control Z and to bring my stuff back in here. Question came up is, why do you have to delete them? Or why don't you just turn those layers off? Yeah, I can turn those layers off and they'd go away, right? But you can never turn off the current layer or the default layer. There's got to be some layer on, right? You can't turn everything off. Well, you can say, well, I'll make a new layer and turn that other layer off. Yes, of course you can do that. But what if I came in and I did my new box here because I wanted to start from there, and all of a sudden, I forgot that I have all this stuff in there, and it's still in there, actually. Inside of this box. Here, look, if I go back to ghosted mode, they're in there. But they're going to mess me up later on. Right? What you can do is you can say, okay, you know what? You can also, there's this other trick. You can just hide them. See the big bulb? Hide the objects. You didn't turn them on. So the hide object is for temporary, the temporary visual illumination of what you're using if you want to grab something. So you can grab it cleanly. Okay? And what if I want this stuff to come back? Oh, then I just right-click, show object. See the little icon there under the mouse? Oh, it disappeared. The little icon with the right-click thing in black. That's show objects. They came back. Okay? So turning on and off and hiding are kind of similar things, but they're not exactly the same thing. So you'll find different ways of manipulating them. So I'm going to actually delete all my stuff because I'm going to manipulate my layers later on. I'm going to make new layers. I don't need a window and a tall wall layer. This was just for an example. Okay. So let's make that box. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to call it Big Box. Okay. Here's a new layer called Big Box, and I'm going to make it, let's say, salmon, this red salmon color, okay? I'm going to make it current layer. And then I'm going to come in and do my solid box, corner to corner height, and I'm going to make it right from my 0, 0, right there. Okay? Then I'm going to do at 24 feet, comma, 24 feet, enter. Now it's asking me what height do you want it? Well, I want the height to be also 24 feet. Enter. Okay, so I just made a 24-foot by 24-foot box. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the layers that I don't want. So I'm going to go to Tall Wall, right-click, delete layer. Okay, I'm going to go to Windows, right-click, delete layer. Because I just want it to be clean. Okay, as good habit, always try to keep your workspace really clean. Because even if you left the other stuff, you didn't delete it, and you go to front view, you'll still see it in the background, right? So you don't want that to mess you up. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video here, and we'll continue the next one. This is a 24 by 24, okay?
What's the height
By
again?
24.
24?
Yeah. X, Y, and Z are 24.